Hello viewers! Today, we'll show you how our Lattice Structures tool works. It's essential for anyone working with 3D printing. Its purpose is to generate a porous internal structure and let you define the interior of the model. You can find Lattice Structures under the Mesh Edit tab. When you activate it, the tool also enables Section. This lets you inspect a cross-section of the object with an adjustable plane, which is important because the structure will be generated inside the model. So you need to see what is happening there. Now that we have visibility inside the model, we can start working with lattice structures. In fact, there are two filling modes available, inside and inner. However, with this model only one can be applied, inside. This is because the model is a single closed volume. There is no internal shell. Therefore, there is no internal cavity. The second mode becomes available after preparing the model, which we will demonstrate later. Below the filling mode, you can select the kind of structure. You can choose between TPMS and Cellular. TPMS, or Triply Periodic Minimal Surface, is a smooth, continuous surface that repeats in 3 dimensions and divides space into interwoven regions. Cellular structures, in contrast, are built from connected beams forming a repeating grid. In this scenario, we will continue with TPMS. Below it, we can control our surface type. You can choose from rectangular, thick rectangular, double gyroid, and thick gyroid. Approximate density defines how dense the interior becomes. Increasing it adds more material inside the object, while decreasing it makes the structure lighter and more porous. Interval defines the size of the lattice pattern. Decreasing it creates a finer structure, while increasing it produces larger repeating cells. Quality preset controls the resolution of the lattice calculation. Higher quality produces smoother and more defined internal features, but requires more computation time. You are free to choose between low, standard, and high. Remember, all these parameters, higher density, smaller interval, and better quality, will directly affect computation time and machine resources. At this stage, we enable Result in the Preview setting. This allows us to evaluate the structure before applying the operation, so we can adjust parameters without modifying the model. MeshInspector immediately starts calculating the preview based on the current settings, including the thick gyroid type, which produces a reinforced continuous internal pattern with thick walls. Now we can inspect the preview and how definite our filling surface is. We can switch to standard and then high to compare quality levels. In the advanced settings, you can find our number of voxels. This value shows how many voxels the lattice contains. The higher the number, the more detailed the result, but it also requires more resources. In addition, in the advanced settings, you can adjust the ISO value, which influences the amount of material used during printing, toggle the Decimate option, and control quality, which affects the resolution of the final geometry. This setting provides more granular control compared to your quality preset. We lower quality manually, and the quality preset becomes standard. Having drawn another section line, which we can do at any moment while section is still active, we switch the surface type to rectangular. Here, the interior forms a repeating block-like surface pattern. The structure remains continuous, but the openings become larger. Then we try thick rectangular with another section line. The overall pattern remains the same, but the surface becomes thicker and the openings become smaller, producing a stronger and denser structure. Finally, let's switch to double gyroid. This type creates a complex interwoven surface that distributes material evenly throughout the volume. Now let's switch the kind from TPMS to Cellular. Unlike TPMS, which produces smooth, lightweight internal support, Cellular creates a structural reinforcement framework. Here, the interior is formed by repeating beams that directly control strength and rigidity. In this case, cylindrical beams. Interval controls how often the beams repeat in space. A smaller value creates a dense reinforcement grid, while a larger one, like here, produces wider cells and reduces material usage. Radius controls the thickness of the beams. Increasing it makes the structure stronger and heavier, while decreasing it makes it lighter but less rigid. We can also enable spheres. They are added at beam intersections, reinforcing the joints, which is especially useful for load-bearing or impact-resistant prints. The sphere size can be adjusted using the sphere radius parameter. We can also switch the beam shape from cylinders to rectangular elements, creating a different mechanical behavior of the structure. Again, we can use the same controls to fine-tune our lattice structure. As we mentioned earlier, working with the inner mode requires some preparation. The model must contain an internal cavity so the lattice can be generated properly. To create this cavity, we offset the surface inward by 10 mm, effectively turning the solid object into a shell with a defined thickness. After offsetting, we use section to verify that the result looks as expected. Next, we heal the mesh to remove disconnected parts and other issues that could prevent lattice structures from working. This ensures the model consists of a clean outer and inner shell, allowing the lattice to be generated reliably. Now we return to lattice structures and try the inner filling mode. After preparing the model, the tool detects the cavity between the outer and inner surfaces. Here we use the cellular type with rectangular elements. With the result preview enabled, we can see that the filling remains inside the walls and does not reach the outer surface of the mesh. Then we switch to TPMS with the thick gyroid surface type. The behavior remains the same. The filling changes, but it still stays within the shell. Finally, we demonstrate how the inside filling mode works on such models. The lattice is now generated only within the shell volume rather than throughout the entire object. Let's improve the quality by switching the level to standard. You can continue using section to inspect different areas and adjust the settings to achieve the best result. Now it is time to apply the lattice structures operation. Click Apply, then heal the mesh afterward. That's it. Your mesh is ready for printing. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe so you don't miss future guides.